Yeah, welcome back, guys. And, check out this nasty sauce of a coin listing here. This one sold on eBay a few days ago on March 26th. So, this is a relatively fresh sale of an error coin in which there are only two that exist. And I want to talk about this today. And it is absolutely wicked. This is the most insane error coin that I've seen in a while. But here's a static image of the listing. Actually, no big surprise. It was hosted by one of the foremost experts in error coins, and that's Sullivan Numismatics. Um, there's no bigger dealer out there. But how, why, what, where? I mean, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered about this coin. That I don't know. How does it even exist? Okay, if it was okay. I'm just gonna just start out kind of from the top and say that this is a proof coin, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a proof bicentennial quarter that struck over a 1969 S Lincoln penny. Okay. Now the question is, was the Lincoln penny a proof before this thing was struck on there, or was it a business strike? All right, and you guys will have to check out the listing for yourself. But this is an NGC graded proof 65 full red. All right, so it struck on a copper planchet, or obviously because it was it was a 1969 S Lincoln penny, but it's a proof coin, huh? Now, I guess the one question that's on my mind, and it's probably on everybody else's mind too, all my listeners, is: but was this discovered in a proof set? It would be strange. It would be just absolute downright kind of like boggling to understand how this particular coin can make it past a quality control inspection. No doubt about it, especially if these proof sets were hand collated and put together, as kind of a white glove service type affair. I would venture a guess that this coin couldn't have made it through any of that. All right, so what was it? A backdoor job? How did it get out of the mint? Um, where was it discovered? So I mean, there was a lot of question marks about this coin, which if this is the second one made, I don't know the circumstances revolving around the first example, whether or not that one was also struck over a 1969 S Lincoln penny. But this one right here, obviously, just I don't know. I kind of find it hard to believe that this thing is searchable in a proof set. This thing is just like, yeah, you cannot hide this anywhere. It's like, it's like coming home and your daughter's hiding a brand new puppy under a blanket. Eventually, it's gonna get caught. Yeah, Dad, look what I found, an alley cat. Oh, whoa, okay. So, I have a few images. Up to this point, you've seen a few images. You saw the actual listing. Okay, again, it's sold on to 26. You know the grade. This is classified as, and I don't want to lose you guys, a dual date in which you have both the bicentennial date, the 1776 to 1976 date, completely evident on there. Okay, it's clear to see to everyone. It is also a double denomination. Okay, much like how a penny is struck on a dime and a dime struck on a penny, and you get that whole idea. In reality, they would call this a 26-cent coin. All right, because it's not only a quarter, it's also a penny. So it's a dual date, double denomination error, bicentennial, which I think gives it that extra bit of cool factor because, you know, I've always thought the bicentennial design was really awesome and original in the first place, and now that I get to see it as an error, like this to this, level is absolutely blows my mind. The coin sold for a ton of money, $13,500. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that that is worth every single penny, no pun intended. Um, for a discerning error collector, this coin obviously has to be kind of like the centerpiece of it. It's the type of thing that you'll take this to coin shows all across the region that you live at, or maybe across the country. And just kind of talk about it. This is a great conversation piece. So you're buying not only an error that's just about unique. Okay, there's two examples, but it's also going to be kind of like a great talking point. And hopefully, maybe this is something that'll come up in a future ANA seminar, okay, like the one they hold in Colorado every year, as kind of like an extreme case of an error that you find in proof sets, or that, this could be a talking point to something along the lines of a backdoor job at the mint. Okay, a backdoor job is simply, don't even go there, by the way. These backdoor jobs, okay, these are intentional errors that escape the mint, not through your standard channels, like, in big canvas sacks, or, through rolls or anything like that. Someone actually struck this coin, and somehow, some way, it ends up through this, through the back way out into the hobby world. Okay, so obviously it's not a coin that you find in change. I find it hard to believe that you can find it in a proof set. Tell me a valid reason why, ladies and gentlemen, as to how this can make it into a proof set, and I will shake your hand. Yeah, Sullivan Numismatics. Now, these couple of close-ups, okay, are very cool. They're very interesting. As you can see on this particular image, all right, you could see some of the motto, which is it's so clear. I think the part that's least clear is the date, and you'll see an image of that here pretty soon. But yeah, all of the secondary images from the Lincoln set, considering that they used a ton of pressure, I don't know if it's actually a ton, okay, but they use a bunch of pressure to strike quarters, okay, because it's a copper nickel planchet. It's a much stronger composition as opposed to the 95% copper bronze planchets. So to even see some of the underlying motto and liberty and things along those lines is pretty spectacular. And the Bicentennial design on reverse is such a busy design that you get it, you get this thing struck. It's a lot of the old other devices tend to get lost in translation, okay, through it all. But I'm glad to see that a lot of those pre-existing Lincoln set attributes do show up on this coin. So this is such an amazing example. It's a specimen that we'll probably maybe see one other time in our lifetime, unless this thing goes back out into the open market. Theoretically, if there were only two that exist, and let's say another one goes back on sale, say in 5 or 10 years, I could see this coin being about $25,000. Yes, I do. I am sensing kind of this changing in the guard when it comes to collecting. A lot of your truly unique one-offs are going to command a ton of money. It's not going to be just about the 1913 Liberty Nickels of the world, that are going to be commanding the kind of money that it does. You're also in time going to see a whole bunch of these one-offs and two-ofs of coins that are just so unique to the marketplace command much bigger premiums than they used to 10, 20 years ago. So yeah, check out this image. I mean, you could see the date. You could see the date right in there. I mean, it's a kind of subtle, but it's a 69, and I suppose you could see the mint mark in there. Okay, NGC was able to, and I mean, there you go. They attribute it as such. So I wanted to share this. Um, again, there's not too many opportunities to see coins of this nature. You're combining one of the best modern coin designs in the bicentennial quarter, and you're mixing it and striking it onto a Lincoln cent, which, by the way, is one of the most popular selling denominations in U.S. coinage. This thing is absolutely nuts. I'm finding it hard to find the words to describe it because it's just I cannot comprehend where something like this would even show up at. So I wanted to hear your guys' take on this one. So go ahead and subscribe, share this video if you're so inclined. But I really want to hear your comments on this. Obviously, it sounds like a backdoor job, at the mint, and I guess I'm okay with it. At the same time, it's just I can't help but kind of wonder, what's going through the minds of some of these mint employees when they produce stuff like this, even if they do know. There could be that outside chance, that 5%, that, it's like, yeah, we dropped the ball and we missed. And then we, in the pack out of those proof sets, we actually put it in there as a penny. Oh, wow. Okay. I guess I could believe that. So if you like today's content, I know it's a little bit long and drawn out, but I really wanted to talk about this coin because I love errors, and to see one like this that's sold for a good amount of money, but I feel like there's a whole bunch of ceiling left on this one. Yeah, subscribe, hit the like button. That's